Okay, let's go.
It's training camp at Purple Lipstick on a Pigskin podcast. I'm your quarterback, Shelley. Yes, I am not, as you see, Sydney Sweeney, but I do have my favorite pair of jeans on. And this is a podcast where all of you SKOL sisters can feel comfortably in your jeans or whatever you're wearing. After all, you're made up as a powerful, resilient, persevering, passionate female Minnesota Vikings fan. So your jeans are great. Here at Purple Lipstick on a Pigskin podcast, we are fueled by faith, hope, and love. That's why, look at this shirt, SKOL Sistas. I saw this at the Vikings store at Vikings.com. It's all about what we do here in this podcast. Where there's faith, Super Bowl homegirl, and we're on this podcast. It's not the impossible, it's the I'm possible. Family, isn't that what it's all about? Football. That's how we grew up, passionate fans. Getting together with family, the emotional, the connection, all that fun stuff. Maybe even getting away from social media a little bit if we can, just to connect to each other and the love that we have and the passion for Minnesota Viking football. So let's go, homegirls. Let's go. The Super Bowl, homegirl. I'm wearing my good luck charm, the Hawaiian fishhook. You can get to our podcast at Purple Lipstick or podcast.com, and you can send in a picture of your good luck charm that you're going to be wearing at all the Minnesota Vikings games. Getting rid of the juju out of the stadium. No more bad karma. Send us a picture. Stephanie already sent hers in, her jersey that was given to her by her mom. Her mom passed in 2022. She told us about how her mom really inspired the love for the Minnesota Vikings and football that she has to this day. Again, there's that inspiration of women and the impact of family in football. It has her last name on it with her mom's date of birth on it. So she's going to be rubbing it, wearing it, doing whatever to get that juju and that bad karma out of US Bank and out of the 2025 season. We don't need any more of like next year. Okay, so get to our website, submit your good luck charm, and we'll be sharing those throughout the season. Today, too, we have a fabulous guest interview, Mikayla Holmgren and her mother, Sandy. Mikayla was the first woman with Down syndrome to run for Miss Minnesota USA pageant here. Talk about resilience and strength and beauty and talent. You won't want to miss that guest interview coming up very soon. Obviously, we got to get into training camp. Training camp's been going on full force. I'm actually going there next Wednesday when the practice is integrated or together with the New England Patriots, because our first preseason game is this Saturday against the Texans here at US Bank, and then next week it is against New England Patriots here. So I'm hanging out with all you SKOL sisters over at training camp next Wednesday. How about a little J.J. McCarthy to Addison connection? We want to see a lot of that going on this year in real time. Besides celebrating the gritty and the touchdown that JJ will be giving us all throughout the year. Again, that JJ to JJ connection that I think everyone in the NFL will be watching. Congratulations to Jared Allen.
So to the fans, thank you for showing up, rain, shine, or snow, for spending your hard-earned money to come watch us play. It's because of you that we have jobs and that this is the greatest sport on earth.
He is a Hall of Fame inductee as of this past week. Fortunately, we and my SKOL sisters, when we tailgated down at the Metrodome, we got to go to the games and see Jared Allen rope quite a few. What a guy. Congratulations, Jared Allen. So fun to be a part of watching you with the Minnesota Vikings. And blessings to SKOL man, Jim Marshall, who passed away a couple months ago. And I love what the Vikings are doing this year in remembrance of Jim Marshall. 282 consecutive games. I don't think that's anything that anyone will ever even come close to matching. Guy was a Purple People leader in the trenches, and I love the decal that the Minnesota Vikings are going to be celebrating his life here throughout the year too. So God bless you, Jim Marshall. One of the training camps I want to mention just the other night was, it was a night practice. Those always sell out. But one of the featured things was they had a women's flag football game. Again, the strength of women and how it's growing in football, that emotional, social, relationship building. And the cool thing about that is the Olympics are coming here to LA in 2028, so not that far away, and women's flag football will be represented there. So very, very cool. If I could have been involved when I was younger, because I told you in the first podcast I was kind of the tomboy growing up, I definitely would have tried to get involved with women's flag football. So I'd love to see where it's going at this point with women in football. Also, we want to talk about the question of the day. The question of the day is, would you bring a newborn baby to a football game? The reason why I asked that question is because one of the games that we went to at the Metrodome, a woman in front of us had brought a newborn baby to the game. Yes, newborn, very young. My sister just genuinely asked a question like, did you not have a babysitter to be able to take care of the baby? And what developed from there was crazy. She took offense to my sister asking that question, ended up going to security and saying later in the game that my sister actually spit on her. Well, what developed from there is we ended up and my sister got kicked out of the game, and of course us other SKOL sisters were not going to let her. So we went over to the old Hubies, we hung out there, watched the end of the game, and had a good time. PurpleLipstickPodcast.com. You can comment in the contact us section on what are your feelings, or go to our social media, and we're connected there on our website too, to all the social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram, and we're on TikTok. But let us know what you think about that. And Mikayla and her mom, we're bringing them in now as our guest interview. And they will be telling a little bit about what they think about that question of the day. So let's go, homegirls. Well, I am so excited today, SKOL Sisters out there, for you to be able, if you haven't met already, Mikayla Holmgren and her mother, Sandy. I have done a lot of work with them in the past on a previous Vikings venture. I have fallen in love with these two women. They amplify strength, perseverance, resilience, love, community, giving back to others through what they do, all about like what we do here on Purple Lipstick on a Pigskin podcast, or what we help to develop. How are you?
Good. Really, really good.
Yeah, a couple of my favorite SKOL sisters. I am digging Mikayla. I love the headband. Love the
Thank you.
headband. Yeah, that is so sweet. Sandy's all got her gear on. We are ready to go. Mikayla, I went to your website, Dreaming Big Without Limits, and it's just beyond impressive. Can you tell me a little bit, and tell all the SKOL sisters out there a little bit about Dreaming Big Without Limits?
Okay. Dream Big at All Limits, we did a fashion show each year, and it helps and raise the funds for Best Buddies. And I love that we can pair up Best Buddies ambassadors and show being a buddy. It's all about inclusive and learning. People can learn more about it. It's so incredible. We had some entertainment. There's like dancing. And I really enjoyed that. We had some stores and pop-up areas, and the people can stop by and say hello to. And also we have community to help us throughout, including my mom and the other ones out there. You have worked so hard and you keep going at it and dream big.
All right, Mikayla, I'm digging that. Mom, you've got to be proud, right?
Oh, so proud. The concept started of this fashion show started 7 years ago, and it was her idea. She said, let's do a fashion show. Didn't know what we were doing at the time, and now 7 years later, it has really grown and become a foundation of event or an event that Best Buddies just really stands behind. And
Yeah, and that's so fabulous to hear the growth over 7 years, Mikayla, and where you are now with it. Tell us a little bit more about Best Buddies.
Best Buddies is okay. Best Buddies is and talks about be more inclusive place so people can talk about mentoring and become ambassadors. We work on leadership skills. People who don't have jobs or workforce. You could go find a job somewhere, or the mentor can help each one of them, and you just add a couple pillars like these buddies, and you talk about family. And the next one to do siblings, and it's like a good people to learn about like helping a part of an inclusion, and it's all part of our community. And stand dream big.
All right. Sounds beautiful, Mikayla. And I'm going to be sharing on our website at purplelipstickpodcast.com. We'll put a link to your Dreaming Big Without Limits and people being able to go there and check it out and buy some tickets and volunteer if they can, or any way to support you and what you do in Best Buddies. So we're going to do that too. When I was looking for your Dreaming Big Without Limits, you know what AI is, right? Now, artificial intelligence. Do you know what AI, a little bit about that? It's kind of a crazy, crazy new thing out there with technology, right? It can take your words and it can do all kinds of things. Well, I just wanted to share with you what artificial intelligence, when I pulled up your website, this is what they had to say about dreaming big without limits. And I have to look at it because it's pretty impressive. So it says, pursuing ambitious goals and aspirations without letting perceived limitations hold you back. The mindset is often associated with personal growth, overcoming obstacles, and achieving significant accomplishments. I think artificial intelligence just kind of found you. Is that right? Doesn't that sound like you?
yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like me. I'm like working so hard and I'm doing the right things.
Yeah, it was just fabulous. Say, I have a question of the day too, Mikayla and Mom. I'd like your input as well. Every podcast, we're going to be doing a little bit like a question of the day or a question of the week or whatever with our guests. We're going to tie it kind of into community and women in football and that. My question of the day is, okay, and you think about this a little bit. Would you take a newborn baby, so a baby that was just born, let's say the mom's a really big, fanatical, passionate Minnesota Vikings fan. Would you take that newborn baby to a football game? What do you think?
Uh, for the newborns,
Yeah.
it's a little different because the people um I just talked to one of my friends from the Vikings. His name is just had a baby, and for the newborns are very helpful, and both love the sport. That is your passion.
So you think, is it okay to take a newborn baby to a football game? You think?
I think, yeah,
Okay.
because
All right. Well, Mom,
I've been seeing people like bringing like the newborns, like it's so cute.
They are cute, that's for sure. Sandy, what do you think about that?
Um, Obviously, there's mixed emotions because you don't want to leave your newborn at home because you just had it, but then you're taking it into a crowd of people with noise and germs. Um, I
Yeah.
never got to experience that because Michaela wasn't allowed in the public for 6 months after she was born. So, you know,
Well, we moms are always protective, regardless. So, yeah, I talked earlier in the podcast about an experience we had at the old Metrodome. with bringing a newborn, but I wanted to kind of get your feelings about it. And I agree too, Sandy, that, and Mikayla, you're so cute. Of course, newborns are just adorable. And Sandy, I see the 50-50 thing. Mikayla, I was reading, tell me a little bit more too about your if you want to say accolades or your awards, because I know that you have many. Can you tell me a little bit? You were the first woman with Down syndrome, right, to run for the Miss USA Minnesota pageant, right?
Yes.
Yeah, tell me what other awards you're just excited about that you've achieved.
So this year I received 25 Spirit of Courage Award. And I is so honored to have one. And everybody else, like, is so passionate, who works hard, and all my goals or in my awards. I just like want to look back
Well,
too.
good for you. Congratulations, Mikayla, because you are definitely an inspiration to me, for sure. In all the years that I've known you and your mom, and all that you do for, you're such a strong family together. You're so strong with best buddies and showing other people in life that of what you can achieve, right? There's no roadblocks, and you're such an inspiration for that, Mikayla. So thank you so much. I also want to, I had coffee with you guys the other day, which was so much fun because I hadn't seen you for a while. So we really enjoyed that. Mikayla, you're also so cute too. Every time I see what you're wearing and whatever, you had a pair of jeans on that were awfully cute. Can I tell you that I really like those jeans that you were wearing?
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like the
yeah.
band.
You know what I also love? I love the genes that make you who you are, Mikayla. The kind of woman that you are. I'm actually more in love with those jeans than the actual apparel jeans that you wear. So, you're such a lovely woman and such a strong inspiration to many of us. Um, the SKOL Sisters can't wait. Those of us that know you, just fall deeper in love with you. And after the podcast gets out, you're going to inspire more SKOL Sisters, not only in Minnesota, but across the country and internationally, because we got fans all over the place. So, thank you so much, both mom and daughter, for joining me today on the Purple Lipstick on a Pigskin podcast. And SKOL Vikings.
Go,
Go!
do a skull,
This is a skull symbol.
That's perfect. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much to both of you. Have a beautiful day.
well, thank you, Shelley.
Thank you, Shelley.
You're welcome. See ya. Thank you, Mikayla and Mom Sandy, a couple of awesome SKOL sisters. And as you can see, we'll give you a little information about Mikayla and how Best Buddies, her nonprofit, is connected to the Minnesota Vikings. They have a couple of events coming up with preseason games. So if you can reach out and support them, please do. You'll be able to go to our website at purplelipstickpodcast.com. We'll put a link to Mikayla's fashion show coming up in October, a fabulous event to support Mikayla and the nonprofit. So you can get over to our website too. We're all about support and how we can also get together as SKOL Sisters and support and get involved in community. So please do that if you can. Now, the gold box surprise today. What's in the gold box? This is my little gold box. Every podcast, we're going to pop it open and see what little surprise is in there. Oh. Today, it is that fabulous monster cookie recipe that we are going to be sharing with all of you. The recipe, purplelipstickpodcast.com. You can go there, download, get the recipe. Greatest monster cookie you're ever going to want to eat. And so you're going to want to bake a bunch of those when you're hanging out watching the Viking games, tailgating. But we need to rename the cookie. So we have a rename the cookie contest. Send it in. No more monster cookie. Monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears. No. For as great a golden recipe this is, we need to rename it. So send in what you want to name this cookie. We'll draw a winner for a special prize. purplelipstickpodcast.com, where there's a lot going on all the time. So you can go over there and join us. The biggest thing is subscribe. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Become a part of the podcast. Become a part of the SKOL Sista team. I and this podcast can only become a winner if you support and subscribe. So we look forward to seeing you somewhere along the way. I look forward to seeing you at training camp next Wednesday. But I got to get my real helmet on. In the huddle, I'm your quarterback, Shelley. I'm making the call. 20, 25, 20, 25. SKOL Sistas, SKOL Sistas. Super Bowl homegirls. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.